Hey, Shalom, Yasha Allah. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, that great millstone that taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to you, hopefully, like Takim out there laboring, that are pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. This is your brother Amar from the GMS Boise, Idaho camp, coming at you with a Mother's Day rebuke, because we rebuke all these so-called holy days, but they're hell days, because we understand that this is just another scheme by Esau to try to get our people to commit spiritual wickedness and worship these other pagan gods, which is Mother's Day is one of them, and it has pagan roots. And I'm going to give you the origins of it, and the origins really go back to Semiramis and Nimrod, the first king and queen emperor worship. And Semiramis is known as in the scriptures as the Queen of Heaven, Diana. She's different names, but all this goes back to woman worship. And Nimrod, as you see, they say that was, their son. And it was Nimrod reincarnated. That's what they believe it as, even though Nimrod was her son. But Tammuz, they said it was his same spirit, whatever. This is Semiramis, mother of God, blasphemous shit. But all this transfers to all these other societies, and the Babylonians, the Indians, the Roman Catholics with Mary and the so-called virgin birth, But we all understand the breakdown of that. And this is goddess Diana of Ephesus, which was a big stumbling block for our people. Also Semiramis as well, and then also Ishtar is another one, but that's like where you get the celebration of Easter from. But all these go back to have pagan roots. And scriptures say in Exodus 20:3, thou shalt have no other gods before me. And there's lowercase g, because these are other demonic entities that our people will sacrifice their own children for. And you should not, as an Israelite, be partaking in these things, man. Honestly, today I ignore my mom. I honor my mom every single day. Why do I need a special day that the world is celebrating it to honor her? Every day you should be doing something for your parents, not just when Esau tells you to. I live kind of close to a cemetery, and I've never seen so many people, and cars pulling off on the boulevard to go in and visit their dead mothers, because, hey, maybe they didn't treat them right when they had the chance. And now Mother's Day rolls around and they get all emotional, which is just another, money scheme for Esau. But more importantly than the money, it's such a wicked pagan root. And that is going off of what the scriptures say. You're supposed to honor your mother and father every day, not just when these pagan traditions are. Here's another tidbit for it. This is Mother's Day pagan. This is a Google search. The tradition dates back to pagan celebrations in ancient Greece in honor of Rhea, the mother of gods, going back to, more Babylonian bullshit of the roots. But this is the Greeks, so they had their different Greek and Roman deities that they had, like Zeus and, Hercules and all these other ones. So this goes into them honoring those gods as actual, creators, like they actually did something. But all these gods are nothing that we understand who the real power is. This is in Rome too. Cybele, a mother of goddesses, was worshipped as early as 250 BC in the 17th century. England celebrated a day called Mothering Sunday on the fourth Sunday of Lent. So, all this goes back to Edomite pagan celebrations. This is Jeremiah 10:2. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, learn not. Don't learn and just to fit in. Learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. We just had a solar storm. I just have to say everyone was bugging out because they're seeing the northern lights. But we know Esau is also playing with his different weather and radar technologies up there too. But also to stay on point, we're not learning any of the ways of the heathen, nor are we dismayed when we see things like that come up. I've seen these pictures already. This is Jeremiah 7:18. The children gather wood, and the fathers kindle the fire, and the women knead their dough to make cakes to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto their gods, that they may provoke me to anger. And this is the time of the Babylonian captivity, when the Lord sent the Babylonians to straight mess Jacob and put him in captivity, and straight string mothers up with their babies, man. And the Edomites around the perimeter saying, raise it, gathering everybody that's trying to run off. And these are those days, man. You wonder why Jake got messed up so bad, because they were doing this shit, man. Ezekiel saw through the hole in the wall that the Lord showed him that there was women weeping for Tammuz. This all goes back to, pagan worship. But this is the scriptures, Jeremiah 44:18. But since we left off to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven. See, there's so many examples of Israel worshiping these women, man. These women have nothing to be worshipped from. Your God bleeds once a month. That's why these dumbass Egyptologists, these woke niggas fucking saying, oh, black woman is God. Black woman is God. Well, your black woman is bleed once a month. And she hand in hand with the devil. Because that's the only way she gets power, by siding with Esau, Edom, the so-called devil, which puts these things in our faces. And if you don't call your mom on this day, man, people look at you sideways like, damn. And when I go to work on Monday, people are going to be like, hey, what'd you do for your mother? What'd you do for your wife? Oh, yeah, like, fuck all that, man. What'd they do for me today? No, I'm just joking. But, no, just saying, just being facetious, man. Everyone expects you to worship and bow down to these women, man, and they throughout all society, all the time, all the week, every day, and they want to, an extra day, man. These women ain't worth nothing in this society to get celebrated for, and damn near 2/3 of them definitely don't want to be mothers. Not to make that's a sense to be worshipped at all, because that's your damn purpose to be made in the first place, anyways. To bring child into this world, be a companion to a man, and keep it pushing. There's nothing to be celebrated. This is what your glory is in the sight of man. The fact that you can have another human grow in your womb. But the man has to put life into you. The woman cannot create life. The woman doesn't create life at all until a man puts life into her, i.e. the seed. This is Jeremiah 44:18 again. But since we left off to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her, we have wanted all things, and have been consumed by the sword and by the famine. That's righteous judgment from the Lord for you going off on these pagan ass, holidays, man. You don't think the Lord was messing up our people for doing these things back then? You don't think he just changed his mind and says, oh, it's okay now just because the church says it's okay? No. Just because society says it's okay? No. Man, you're supposed to be contrary to what the world deems as normal, to what everybody else is doing, and the whole crowd is going that way. Your ass should be walking the other way, man, because the multitude follow not the multitude to sin. Roughly paraphrasing. So the Lord sent these judgments, and He's gonna send them again, even worse in these days, for all these damn pagan worshipers and these idol worshipers, worshiping especially something as weak as a woman. Jeremiah 44:19, and when we burn incense to the Queen of Heaven and poured out drink offerings unto her, did we make her cakes to worship her? They expect you to bring a cake, man, with some frosting on it. Say, love you, mom. And pour out drink offerings unto her without our men? Because I know the women in my family on my mother's side, only the women, they get together and go have breakfast every day. Or every day on Mother's Day. And from the oldest mother to the youngest mother of my family, they get together like it's some special thing. They get all in their damn outfits and feel all good about themselves. And when they get home, they're expecting a card and flowers and fuck all that, man. Like I said, I respect my mom. I help my mom all the time whenever she needs it. I even still cut her grass to this day, but I ignore her on this day specifically, to not even think that there's a slight chance that I'm giving her homage just because it's Mother's Day, But not to say you don't appreciate your mother, and I definitely do. Not you should be treating your parents right every day, to the point being not only when the world tells you to. So this is a pagan worship, and if you are partaking in this to go to a family dinner because it's a Mother's Day gathering for the family, you going the fuck off, man. You should stay at home and have no partaking of these people, man, in their pagan celebrations. So Lord willing that this lesson was edifying to the elect. Till next time, shalom. And I'd like to give all praises, honor, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash, and double honors to the elders and the apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth. And peace and salutations to all you Hopeful Akim that are continuing to labor and push this truth and in sincerity. Till next time, Shalom.